It is stated that once he was sitting on the blessed minbar when a companion said, Ya Rasulullah, sallallahu ta'ala wasallam, who is the best amongst us? Who is the best amongst the people? And he said, the best amongst the people are the one who recites the Quran in abundance, adopts more piety, calls people towards righteousness, and prevents them from evils the most, and treats his relatives with kindness the most as well. I'm going to read that again, viewers of Madani Channel. The best person amongst you is the one who recites the Quran the most, adopts more piety, calls people towards righteousness, and prevents them from evils the most, and treats his relatives with kindness the most. Allahu Akbar. Viewers of Madani Channel, with regards to the privilege of conveying you to the call of righteousness in the light of the above hadith that we just mentioned, this hadith contains 4 traits of the best person. Number 1 is the person who recites the Quran in abundance. Number 2 is the one that has piety inside him. Number 3 is that person that calls people towards righteousness and prevents them from doing the evil the most. And number 4 is the one that treats his relatives with kindness. Now, all of these 4 acts, viewers at Madani Channel, are indeed extremely excellent traits, and I pray to Allah Azza wa Jalla that Allah blesses us with all of them. And here we're going to talk, today we're going to talk some of the excellences of those traits. Sayyidina Abu Hurairah radiyallahu ta'ala has narrated that the beloved and blessed Rasul sallallahu ta'ala stated that on the day of judgment, when the reciter of the Quran comes, the Quran will say, O Lord, bestow heavenly clothing upon him, so he will be made to wear the clothing of Karamah, i.e. heavenly and holy clothing. The Quran will say, O Lord, increase it, so he will be made to wear the crown as well. The Quran will say once again, O Lord, be pleased with him, so Allah Azza wa Jalla will be pleased with him. It will then be said to the reciter of the Quran, continue to recite the Quran and get the ranks of heaven, and he will be blessed with the favor for every ayat that he has read. Allah Akbar. It is also stated, viewers of Madani Channel, that the good news of success in the hereafter has been given to the pious people as well. It is stated in ayat 35 of Surah Az-Zukhruf, in part 25, Allah Azza wa Jalla says, and the hereafter with your Lord is for the pious ones. Sayyidina Khabul Abar radiyallahu ta'ala stated that Jannat al-Firdaus is especially created for the person who carries out the obligation of calling people to the path of righteousness and preventing others from committing ills. And the beloved Rasul sallallahu ta'ala sallam has said that the one who likes that his age and sustenance be increased should behave towards his parents kindly and treat his relatives gracefully. So then 4 acts that we mentioned that are amongst the best acts that we've been just told, there are some blessings of performing them acts, but we need to develop them inside ourselves.
We love Madani Channel. We love